Welcome to Ensenada, guys. Yay. You couldn't tell it is extremely cloudy out right now. It's so cloudy.
And a little chilly.
And a little cold. So maybe I'll cut this vlog to us at home in the warm Floridian sun. And we'll have a cool beach day or something instead. You know, like on an actual cruise. All right, guys, that's it. It's over. That's the end of the vlog because essentially we did zero filming in Ensenada because the weather was so awful. And I would say Ensenada it's a nada for me. No, for real, guys, listen, we tried vlogging on that day and the weather was just absolutely horrendous. We did spend some time off of the ship. And so we went down, got off the ship, and essentially started picking up on a small hustle. You know, you ever get the vibe of a hustle? We got down to the bottom of the port and we tried to go to an excursion. It was going to be an awesome ATV excursion / wine tour. It was going to be this wine tasting. It was going to be super fun, super awesome, but apparently it was 45 minutes out. Now, if you follow our channel for some time now, we like to do excursions that you guys can do later on, and a 45-minute ride out to what they call the valley a little bit further than we anticipated. And so initially we're going to do that ATV wine tasting, do a little bit of glamping is what they call it. But that 45-minute Uber to which we thought didn't exist. So we had a couple of people home to Ensenada said that there was no Uber in Ensenada and that there were only taxis or shuttles. And so not a big problem, but that problem started to grow once we found out that there was an Uber. And so we were moved over to someone who had more information about that Uber. And because we do these excursions and give you guys our feedback, we started getting, like, how do I explain this? Miscommunication or conflicting statements. So it turns out there are Ubers available. However, those Ubers do not take cards. And that's where both of our ears perked up, a little red flag there, because you pay for Uber through the app. And so as he started to explain it, I picked up really quickly that essentially you place an order for your Uber on the app, and then I guess your Uber driver comes up and somehow that Uber gets canceled. And so now you're charged for the Uber, and then you give that Uber cash, and then they take you to the place where you're supposed to go, and then they leave. So now you don't have a ride back, which sucks, because then when you call an Uber to get back, then that Uber charges you double. So now you've paid for basically 2 Ubers and got them canceled, and then you've paid an Uber to get you there with cash, and now you got to pay double what you paid to get back. And it just ended up being like this $300 cruise experience where you'd spend 45 minutes getting there in the first place. And we were just like, you know what, let's just scratch this idea. And so now we went back to the ship thinking we'd have a pretty fun day on the ship. Turns out, as many of you know who go on cruises, often they do this thing called drills. And so every other minute or so, just alarms kept going off, buzzards, Delta, all that stuff, just making a completely on-board experience. So we're just, you know what, let's just scratch it. That's it. So my review of Ensenada right now is thumbs down. So that's what it is. However, we do have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we booked a cruise. The bad news is we canceled that said cruise. You guys watch it at home on TV and you're like, goodness, why am I watching this right now? This video is awful. But if you guys enjoyed this past series and you enjoy those vlogs, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have tons more content coming. We're working on getting another trip lined up. Sounds like you guys really enjoyed the land-based vacations. And so, I don't know, after looking around a little bit, we saw some resorts popping up, some hotels, and maybe we'll go to Mexico, go to Tulum, maybe we'll go to Jamaica, Bahamas. Sandals just sounds really, really cool right now. And who knows? Maybe we'll give it a shot. So here's the problem. We booked a princess cruise. And we canceled that princess cruise because essentially after looking at some of the reviews on the back end, which I never like looking at people's reviews, because essentially anytime you go to cruisecritic.com, sorry guys, all the reviews are bad across any cruise ship. All of them are just awful negative things to say, completely ruin your experience. But a couple of these reviews were pretty recent, and they said the ship smelled like sewage. I think it was the Caribbean Princess. I don't know how accurate that is. If any of you have been on a Caribbean princess anytime soon. If any of you have been on the Caribbean princess recently, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. Did it smell like sewage? But my concern was that the ship itself was just a little bit dated. And so now we've canceled that princess cruise and we're working on getting something else in the future. So this video is just chock full of announcements. If you want to watch those types of announcements, you're into announcements, you want to know what's coming, what's up next, that's what this video is about. It's not very entertaining, so I totally understand. But before you leave, seriously, consider giving us the thumbs up button and maybe writing a comment before you jet, right? But thank you for supporting the channel. However, again, this is like for true fans only. Not a lot of entertainment going on right now. This is just a schedule, an update, what you should expect coming in the future and over the next couple of days. Does that make sense? It makes sense. I don't have to explain it any further, right? You get it. All right, let's continue. We are looking at celebrity cruises, maybe in August, maybe in September. Not going to promise anything. I know the Norwegian Prima is sailing right now, and it does look super exciting, but I promise that I'm not doing any more like inaugural sailings, large group events. I just can't. It's just way too many people. It's crazy. They're super insane. They're super fun, but goodness, when it comes to like getting content and working, it's just like impossible. So no more of that. And I will just kind of just hold off. Also, mainly because a lot of the things on the ship just aren't ready yet. You know what I mean? I'm watching a friend on the Prima right now, and so they're struggling with Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And it's like, you know what? Just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. And so I don't know if any of you guys are sailing anytime soon on that, but let me know in the comment section below. Give me your feedback, because I think it is sailing. I'm almost certain it's sailing. At least that's what he said it is. So that's where we're at right now. We canceled the cruise. But what does this mean for the content coming up for everyone on the channel who's watching me right now? So here's the upcoming schedule that I want you guys to be excited about. Cozumel. We did a excursion on Cozumel when we went on the Virgin Voyages cruise. And so I want to dive in a little bit, maybe tomorrow, later this week, on things to do in Cozumel if you're ever cruising there or just visiting in general. Basically, a travel guide on what you can experience if you're sailing with Virgin Voyages and you're experiencing the private beach club to which is Bimini. So that's 2 videos coming out there. And then I don't really have anything else on the calendar, but that changes very, very quickly. And so if you are interested in content like that, please click the subscribe button. But we got some exciting things planned for you guys on Meet the Griffins. Alyssa is finally getting back to editing. Go check that out. She's feeling much better. Thank you for asking. And we will take it from there. But wrapping this thing up, that Navigator of the Seas cruise was truly amazing. Alyssa and I got to finally just relax a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the vlogs. If you have not seen the Catalina Island episode, go check that out. I'll put it like, that's way off. Put it right there. Go watch that. It's super fun. Some of the best footage I've gotten in a very long time. And I'll maybe rename some of these episodes. We were just clowning around with the titles because, you know, it's fun and it's YouTube, and a lot of this stuff doesn't really live on the internet too long forever. But as always, if you dig the vibes, please subscribe. And if you care, please share. And we'll see you guys in paradise in the next one.